Hello friends. Today, we are going to give you brief idea about FTP and TFTP protocols. The File Transfer Protocol, FTP, is a standard network protocol used for the transfer of computer files from a server to a client using the client-server model on a computer network. FTP uses the services of TCP. It needs two TCP connections. The well-known port 21 is used for the control connection and the well-known port 20 for the data connection. FTP communication has 4 steps: request, response, transfer and terminate. In request, it is initiated by client, allowing the file transfer protocol to begin. There are various subcommands that allows client to interact with the server before they download or upload a file. In response, server will inform the client that it is ready to either receive or send a file. The subcommands used in this transaction are ready to send and ready to receive. In transfer, the actual transaction will occur in the transfer step. In terminate, 2 types of terminate transactions. Successful terminate, unsuccessful terminate. This is file transfer protocol cycle. In FTP active mode, many clients are behind firewalls which do not allow incoming TCP connections, incoming SYN. This blocks data transfer since with active FTP the server opens the TCP data connection, incoming TCP connection for the client for both stir and return commands. Solution is FTP passive mode. The client opens the TCP data connection, thus there are only outgoing TCP connections, control and data. The server is passive, that is opens the TCP socket in listening mode. Trivial File Transfer Protocol TFTP is an Internet software utility for transferring files that is simpler to use than the FTP but less capable. It is used where user authentication and directory visibility are not required. In the old days, TFTP was typically used for downloading boot code to diskless workstations. Today, TFTP is most often used for downloading new code to Internet appliances, Internet access devices, routers, switches, voice-over IP gateways, etc. There are 5 types of TFTP message categories, such as request to read a file, request to write a file, contains a block of file data, ACK to acknowledge data, error to indicate error. Message format of each message type is shown. In read request, the file transfer is initiated by read request packet. The server responds with first data block, then client sends acknowledgement message for first data block. Transfer continues with next data block which is again acknowledged by client. In write request, the file transfer is initiated by write request packet. The server responds with virtual data block 0 which acknowledges WRQ packet. Client sends first data block and server acknowledges it. Transfer continues with next data block which is again acknowledged by server. Main difference between FTP and TFTP is, FTP uses services of TCP and TFTP uses services of UDP, which makes FTP reliable and secure, whereas TFTP is unreliable and insecure.
Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.